What's going on out there?
A D1 order must have been issued some time ago. From the sound of things, I would imagine Chaos has backup troops outside as well.
You hear that? Something's going down outside.
Stop. If that thing notices you, you're gonna be Swiss cheese. Don't move a muscle.
How did you know? How did you know that machine wouldn't come our way?
My gut.
Your gut's gonna be all over this vent if you're not more logical next time.
You told me I couldn't save the world. What did you mean?
You don't even know what the world is yet.
But I could still stop Eno.
Then why did you come with me?
I don't know. As I am now, I can't really do anything.
Yeah. You're human. A regular human. Which is why you don't always act logically. Quite some time ago, Sol went into the castle's food storage area. Broke in, to be more precise. Since I found the door in shambles. In any case, I came running when I heard the noise. He calls it a refrigerator, but as with all of the castle's facilities, it's spacious to the point of absurdity. Even finding someone in there is no simple task. In time, I found Sol in front of a wall of 5,000 liters of liquor. 84 varieties, all lined up and organized. Now, I can't judge the cost of alcohol by sight alone. But I did recognize the bottle he held in his hands. It was the same kind of cheap liquor you can find in nearly any restaurant. I told him he could have at least chosen something worth the cost of repairs to the door. How do you think he responded? There's hundreds of better drinks out there, but I always end up choosing this one.
Choosing?
That's right. He chose it not for its quality, but because it fits his tastes. You'll understand that, eventually. And a day will come when you find that contradiction beautiful. People have their necessary frivolities.
Necessary frivolities.
This is it.
He's on patrol. He'll be gone soon.
Thank God he didn't notice us.
So I wasn't just hearing things.
We're gonna be fine.
What do we do?
Stay completely still.
Oh, like that's logical.
What the?
Sure it is.
All right, I found it.
Hurry it up. We can't stay here forever.
Don't rush me. Unlike you, when I say we're gonna be fine, I mean it.
Why's that?
This is a relic from an age gone by. I've heard it's more of a wiretap than a telephone.
Though most local civilians have been evacuated, we have confirmed that some have been left behind. We cannot yet speak to the number of losses. Meanwhile, police, civilians, and the military have joined together in a desperate attempt at saving lives.
President Gabriel, we're receiving a call on the emergency hotline.
Oh? Then why haven't you picked up?
Well, it's an unregistered number, sir, so frankly, there's no telling who might be calling.
What? Trace the call.
Yes, sir.
They picked up.
I don't know who you are, but this is a private line used strictly for matters of national security.
If you intend to keep it busy as some sort of childish prank, we reserve the right to take all necessary defensive measures. Within 5 seconds, we will have your location traced. Within 15 minutes, the tactical nuke should arrive.
If you feel any responsibility whatsoever for the poor souls within 3 kilometers of you, then don't ever call this number again.
What?
How'd it go?
They're gonna drop a nuke on us.
Huh?
Did you find them?
Yes, sir. But, the call came from the White House.
There's currently so much gunfire around the White House that it could safely be called a war zone. With no information regarding the dignitaries of each country inside, many are concerned for their safety.
The White House just contacted Zepp via the emergency hotline. They'll be sharing the call with major organizations from each country. The president is unharmed!
Fantastic.
My apologies, Ferdinand. Glad to hear you're all right.
For now, yes, but we don't have much time. I'm gonna tell you all I know, so listen carefully. The White House has been taken over by terrorists. I managed to get away, but the others are being held captive in the conference room. Someone's injured too. If you can, please, send backup right away.
Do you know who's responsible?
Only his name. He calls himself Happy Chaos.
Happy?
He's after Asuka's tome. And to get it, he needs me to give him access to the PEOC.
How many troops does he have?
I can't say. They're everywhere and heavily armed.
That doesn't make sense. How would they get past security?
I don't want to admit it, but most likely.
The security officers were brainwashed.
Dickinson!
Echo Team and I saw it with our own eyes. I'm sure of it.
Do you understand what this means? In this complex alone, we have over 300 station officers.
It's not safe to stay here. The moment this call's done, we're going to try to escape. But we will need backup immediately.
Hold your horses. It's just as dangerous outside as in. Mr. President, I believe it would be wise for you to retreat to the PEOC until backup arrives.
Not a chance. We can't let Happy Chaos gain access to the PEOC. And you don't have to worry about me. I'm with Soul Bad Guy.
That's a weight off
In
my
that
shoulders.
case, head to the parking lot from the west wing. That should be your quickest and safest route out of there. That's where I'll pick you up.
See you there. Signing off now.
Send in the reinforcements.
So, what do you plan to do after this? Will you be reading that book in your jail cell? I can't say I've ever heard of a case in which a single criminal successfully overthrew a government.
Nor has the White House ever been taken over. There's a first time for everything.
I just find it a tad curious. You could have made your demands after launching the missiles. Why didn't you?
Do you have a name, O King of Illyria?
Daryl.
All right, Daryl. I'll indulge your question. I don't want to just make history, I want to make history fun. I want to write a script for reality and enjoy some authentic drama.
Haven't you had your fun already then? Look at the state you have us in.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I take no joy in seeing people suffer. I want to see them struggle.
Semantics.
Not at all. A wax figure and a human being. At a glance, it's hard to tell the difference. But the two are entirely different, no? Let's say my goal was to create the strongest shield ever. How would I go about doing that? By creating the strongest sword. A sword justifies the existence of a shield. Humanity has always exhausted every possibility. That's the exact sort of drama I want to see.
What was the motive behind your initial goal, then? Without the sword, the shield would be unnecessary.
The motive? Sorry, to me the very idea of a motive is nonsense. 'Cause I'm a wax figure, you see.
This place seems safe enough. First, I'll take out the guys by the side entrance. I'm sure someone will notice the noise, but I'll deal with it. Well, I've got them distracted. You make for the exit as fast as you can.
Can we pull it off?
Brown bears don't give birth to pandas. If you believe in that, you can believe in me.
Then what will you do?
I've got unfinished business with Oscar.
I see. Thank you. You've been an immense help.
I'm not a handshake kind of guy.
This world is brimming with potential. So long as humans put in the effort, they can realize true greatness. Make it a reality. The miracles of non-fiction surpass even the most masterful works fiction writers can dream up. However, if some lady of the lake rose up out of the water and offered you any book in the world, no one would ask for a history book. That's because reality isn't very fun.
Can you truly say that a reality you're scripting is non-fiction?
Is a robbery happening on the other side of the world right now real to you? We all write the script of our own lives. Our reality is what's written on our own page, nothing more. The important thing is whether or not we can experience it for ourselves. I'm going to write the history books of the future. And 100 years from now, kids won't be falling asleep in class anymore.
Huh?
The sensors have picked up on a heat source within the White House.
A heat source? Don't tell me.
You have got to be kidding me.
It's real. But how? This really is Project Tiernanog.
What in the world is that? Has anyone confirmed the president's escape?
We are continually bewildered as things develop at the scene. The government continues to remain silent, without so much as a word of official instruction to local residents. We received word that just before this chaos began, there were reports of a suspicious group sighted in the vicinity of the White House. Suffice it to say, the safety of the president and
I
those
must
inside
admit,
the White
this
House
turn of events
remains a
surprises
mystery.
me.
During the war, there were military-industrial complexes the government didn't know about all over the world. And this White House here was built to shelter a small number of the villains who ran them. A Noah's Ark of their own.
Didn't think it was possible to get sent back to before the starting line. You got any more house rules I should know about?
I'm wondering the same thing.
The White House has completely left our line of sight.
What about radar?
I've checked, but they seem to be using stealth magic.
So we have to rely on our own eyes. Send up anything that can fly. Don't let it out of our sight.
Secretary Goldblum.
Second King.
You have any information on that aircraft?
Last time I checked, the White House couldn't fly.
Civilian was right.
Do you know something?
I do. If you're going to pursue that thing, you'd better be careful. It's not exactly an airline.
Secretary, one of our planes has visual contact.
It does.
This is Firefly 3, reporting in. Unable to establish communication with Apple. I'm going to attempt an in-air landing.
Yes, we did it! We did it!
No, wait. Don't get too close.
What is that? Oh.
We've lost contact with Firefly 3.
Is this a nightmare?
How could he have known of Tir Nanog? More than that, how is he able to control it? Chaos has to be.
A call? Do we have reception now?
No. This is a magic signal intrusion. Only one person could pull this off. Right, Oscar?
True. Are you all right?
I wish. They got me locked down. I'm here with Vernon.
Good to hear. You rescued him, I presume? Keep him safe at all costs. If the enemy truly is after the tome, we cannot afford to let him have it.
There's something I gotta know. Can just about anybody read the tome?
They cannot. Only me. And Chaos.
Just what are you?
You really want to know?
That man, Chaos. He's my teacher. History's first and strongest magic wielder. The original.
The original?
The man who introduced the world to magic? But...
The Gear Maker's teacher, the author of the Tome of Origin, the father of magic, and the savior who opened our minds and spearheaded mankind's revival when the world lost its science. Only one of you is telling the truth. Is it you, or these documents?
Neither. Back when I was the person you and Oscar knew, this and this weren't broken yet.
You sure that guy's your teacher?
His appearance and demeanor have changed considerably, but his aptitude for magic is undeniable.
Great. So we're headed for the worst-case scenario.
Headed for? Is that some kind of joke? How could things get any worse than they already are?
Chaos's goal is to make Eno complete.
Eno.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Chaos already has Eno's other half.
There's no way. My teacher would never do such a thing.
Fine. Then what do you think his next step is?
All right, I'll give it some thought. Meanwhile, please try to stay safe.
This wouldn't be a bad place to fight, but we don't have an escape route either. We might end up moving, depending on how things shake out.
I'll pray for your safety.
How much worse can this get?
Hey. Yeah? I can see what looks like an aircraft up ahead. Are we on the right route?
Let me confirm. This is TH-108. We have eyes on an unidentified aircraft. Requesting information. Over.
That's not right. There are no flight plans that should be overlapping with TH-108's route. We're not showing anything on radar either. Over.
This is the captain speaking. Respectfully, that's impossible. I can see it with my own two eyes. It's a massive aircraft. At this rate, we're at risk of impact. Requesting evasive assistance. Over.
That's odd. Is there any response from the TCAS or ADS? TH-108 should be the only aircraft in your
Holy
vicinity.
shit! It's the White House! The aircraft ahead of us is the White House!
Come again?
Taking evasive maneuvers!
Was that Air Force One?
The backup is on the way.
Good. The PWAB will be issued orders in cooperation with ZEP. Change your communication channel to 7.1 to confirm.
Confirmed.
Understood. Still, the Post-War Administration Bureau?
I get it, but right now those ex-assassins know more about the White House situation than we do. Save your complaints for later.
This is Milia Rage, director of the PWAB. Do any of you have a visual on the White House?
Naval Officer Dockin reporting. Gargoyle 3 is tracking their signal.
Thank you, Dockin. If that craft is armed, make sure it maintains a distance of 500 meters. The White House is a fortress. It's equipped with a system that detects aircraft transponders and automatically intercepts. Stand by outside of the effective range and avoid contact until further orders.
Roger that.
Now that we've located it, we face a new issue. We're unable to act until we make contact with the inside or it runs out of fuel and crashes. We need an aircraft that the White House cannot see.
I believe we could be of service on that front. No, it's not a suitable craft for hostages. And I can't guarantee it will make it in time.
It's better than sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Please send it.
Right away.
We'll work on what we can from our end. Plot the White House's route based on its current vector from Washington, D.C.
Chief of Staff Erica Bartholomew has given us access to their confidential files. With international cooperation, we will now proceed with our analysis of the black box. Hopefully we'll find a clue.
Here's hoping.
What's the damage report?
Initial reports say 48 police and soldier casualties. But that doesn't account for the numerous civilians caught up in all this.
Was this a political group? Some single ideologue?
Valeria tried to warn us. I downplayed the danger because Eno was in custody. These deaths are my responsibility.
I don't know who they are, but the enemy is in there. This is no time to beat yourself up.
We've worked together for a long time. I know you could do this on your own.
Only if blaming you for this made me twice as efficient. Listen, if working together for a long time builds trust, then there's no one you should trust more than yourself.